Let's get it on.
All right, y'all. Fly, Eagles, fly. Your boy, Mid-Atlantic Murph, a.k.a. Jersey Murph, back in the building. Proud as ever. Man, ecstatic as ever to be talking about my main man who I dubbed, I believe, back in, I want to say it was 2018, the Philly Flyer, DeAndre Swift. Going to do a little bit of a film study on my man just to wake people back up onto how great of a talent this kid is. He's one of the most talented players in the NFL. He is my favorite player in the NFL, and he has come back home here, and it is incredible, man. I need everybody to stand up, baby. The entire South Jersey, stand up, baby. Millville, Bridgeton, Vineland, AC, my beloved Atlantic City, Cherry Hill, Pennsauken, Trenton, Camden. All you cats, man, make sure you stand up for your boy, man. Pennsville, the entire Philadelphia, Newark, of course, out there doing it big. Christiana, Wilmington, man, your boy is home, and I couldn't be any more ecstatic for that. Yo, listen, I might have a little bit of a story I'm attached. It might be a part 2, right? Because your boy had a little bit of thing going on back in the day with this joint. Behind my man Philly Flyer, and that particular moniker, the Philly Flyer. So we'll see about that there. But listen, if we're talking about a conglomerate of running backs, speaking about DeAndre Swift here, the Philly Flyer, that man works perfectly with my Philadelphia Eagles for the simple fact that he has had trouble staying healthy. And this goes back to when I was covering him at the University of Georgia. For some odd reason, man, he's just one of these guys who just gets nicked up. It's not really anything like major, but it'll be like soft tissue injuries and knick-knack bruises and stuff like that. He just does tend to have those, and that is the only reason he's a Philadelphia Eagle, because you cannot tell me that a cat as great of a talent as Jahmyr Gibbs is, he is not an upgrade over DeAndre Swift. If he can stay healthy, he can be a perfect complement to the lead back that they have there now in David Montgomery, but he is not a better talent. If anything, maybe you can say it's a wash, but DeAndre Swift a little bit bigger, he can be more of your lead back, to where Jahmyr Gibbs is a pure, to me, complimentary back. It's just what it is there. They have the same exact skill set. Jahmyr Gibbs faster, no doubt about that. But DeAndre Swift more physical, just as versatile. He can be a bigger, can be your lead back type there. So, but hey, one man's loss is another man's gain, or one man's whatever it is another man's treasure, because Philadelphia Eagles fans are going to get a healthy dose of DeAndre Swift. Pairing him with a Rashad Penny. Check my film studies out on Rashad Penny. He's one of my favorite backs. I cover Seattle here on the channel, so I already know what he's about. His yards per carry is crazy because the guy is just flat out fast. So him, KG, Kenneth Gainwell, right? I'm still excited about Kenneth Gainwell. I'm not one of these guys that be like, I forget about whoever's on the team. It's all about whomever's new. No, Kenneth Gainwell was showing himself out last year. That boy is going to be problems. Still have a Boston Scott. Still have Trey Sermon. Trey Sermon was the truth at Oklahoma and Ohio State. And a cat like Kennedy Brooks, I don't know if he'll be a practice squad cat, or I don't even know if he'll make the team, but he was the truth at Oklahoma as well, and he ran into a little bit of an injury problem. But man, as a conglomerate, that's probably the best running back room in the entire NFL. And it's a pieces, parts kind of deal where these guys can keep each other healthy. That shit is about to be off the chain, but nothing more so than DeAndre Swift being back here in the best region, the Mid-Atlantic. Shout outs to the DMV, right? Shout outs to my beloved New York as well. The best region. We're about to play the best football, and people are going to see. But man, let me show you what my boy Philly Flyer is all about right here. My man Philly Flyer is one of those dots players. Dots meaning depends on the situation. He can work heavy gap schemes and be good. He has great vision, and he is hell on wheels on zone schemes right here. You can see him, right? Zone flow across the board here. They're working with a little bit of a heavy set. I don't believe this will be 13 personnel. Lions have a really good offensive line, just like we do in Philly, so he'll be used to that. But you can see him really press the hole here and then cut back, finding that organic crease there, right, with that zone flow. When he sticks that foot in the ground, his 0 to 60 is some of the best in the sport, period. Check it out. Look at that. Foot in the ground, he gone. Look at that. His ability to get skinny, to find the tightest of creases is off the chain. He's going to get you some type of explosive run at least every game if he's healthy. Look at that. Watch the aiming point right here. The bang or bounce theory. If he's aiming off of if he's aiming off of the shade right here, right? The guy who's shade, you're going to be dependent on what's going on with him, right? He's essentially on a 50-50 exchange situation, but he reads it right now, right? Want to bang this bad boy, or you want to run this bad boy in this direction, it's probably nothing to it. You can see right here, you're going to have a tough time probably getting to the outside, especially with the approach and safety here. There's your hole right there. There's your organic cutback crease. He's able to find that bad boy, and once he sees it, man, it's easy. Look at that. Gets north-south, 88 and out the gate. Philly flyer right there. I think you can kind of see, even though, you know what I'm saying, Bobby McCain is a really fast defensive back, Swift's 0 to 60 is outstanding. Sometimes I think his 60 to 100 is what caused him to really not run in the low 4.4s, right? He was kind of a high 4.4. I forget exactly what he ran. Maybe a 4.47, 4.48 or something like that. You can see him navigate this right here on this pin and pull action. You'll have pretty much like a power OH. You get the guard pulling, he's trapping right here. You get the same deal right here from the H-back or tight end, however you want to name that. He's getting on, of course, Javon Hargrave right here. This shit is hard. And of course, he's doing it against the best defense in the NFL. Look at this. Always a step ahead to make that first guy miss. He's making Mama Jummas. Who was that? Come on, man. Was that Epps? He muscle relaxed Epps 40 feet away. Come on. This shit is hard. Look at this. My man gets right here. Great block by the wide receiver is probably St. Brown, but look at him encounter JB right here. Stick that foot in the ground on JB early. That's the mark of somebody who has a move set. They want to encounter moves early because then he'll have a counter move if JB were to react a different way. But he didn't have to. He got that because you're white, nada. Then watch Epps. Come on. Just thinking about trying to tackle this man in the open field made my man Epps click his feet, right? He clicked his feet and fertilized himself. Boom. Right there. He ain't even had to do nothing. Philly flyer 88 and out the gate again. Of course, we know Slay can run. That's hard. That is exactly what I'm talking about. Him and Rashad Penny and Gainwell, all these dudes can break explosive runs in between the tackles. Swift good with gaps and traps. You see a multi-gap approach here on this gap scheme. They'll put a guard all the way over here to Marlon Tuipulotu, and you'll see Milton Williams here at the point of attack doing big work. He breaches this gap. Watch Swift able to read that and then bounce it this way instead of following the original play that was going over here. That's that vision and that's that agility. Look at this. Stick that foot in the ground. And he's looking to aim. You see it right here, right? Milton Williams, who I'm expecting a big year from, he blows that up. That's the play right there. But look, on the fly, he's able to stick that foot up and get off the inside hip of the offensive lineman here. And then that man was able to, when you navigate that, right? It's like getting north-south, but with an east-west plane to it, right? He just wants to gain that yardage there. Right here, you got that duo blocking scheme here. Double doubles at the point of attack. Hargrave, Fletcher, Cox right here. He's getting right here. He don't know what's going on, but you can see the patience with what he runs with, and then he shoots this bad boy right here. Great tackle by Slade, though. Look at that. Patience, then stick that foot in the ground. Get upfield. May not look like much to you, but that was a play that was dead in the water, that he at least keeps a positive game going through. Kazir White crashing down here with Cox, all gaps covered. They blow Chauncey Gardner up out of there, right? Maybe a block in the back though. But you can see right here, he somehow scoots out the back and he gets upfield, gets himself a few yards there. Keep you on schedule. What you don't want with Swift is him dancing in the backfield or dancing in the background, right? Like Pete Diddy or something like that. You want him getting north-south, and he's usually good for that. Man, I check this joint out right here. Zone flow. Watch my man straight up play Kazir, right? He leads him, right? Leads a man astray, gets upfield, gets skinny, doing the whole Philly Flyer DeAndre Swift thing, man. Look at this. No sir, Kazir White. Get skinny through there and then get some extra yardage. This run is hard. Check this out right here. Navigating this. Kazir White does a good job on the field and spill here. But guess what? He's DeAndre Swift. He knows he's going to be able to stick that foot in the ground and keep it going. Now, just like they teach you, right? You encounter all that sanitation right there. Look at convergent defenders, TJ Edwards and these guys. Look at them. Drop the plane, right? Change elevation on him. Protect that ball. And he comes out the other side right here. And he's still trying to get on Epps right there. Stick that foot in the ground. Great tackle by Epps. Great run by Philly Flyer. Look at him navigate this pin and pull scheme right here. They're going to trap Javon right here. So you get that pin and pull with a trap. And these plays develop a little slower because you have to wait for linemen to work a multi-gap approach. So he sticks his foot in the ground, just kind of surfing here, and then he explodes just like he normally does, making people miss. Check this out. Oh, making Chauncey Gardner miss like always, right? Chauncey Gardner's a good player, man, but he missed some open field tackles. Hopefully a cat like Sidney Brown can be an upgrade, at least in that particular fashion right here. But you can see it right here. Aiming point could be a little bit different. You would hope that it would be right there in that particular A-gap, but it just depends on what happens with Hargrave right here. But he navigates that one pretty well. Runs through the arm tackle of Big Fletch here, Fletcher Cox. And then he's one-on-one with Chauncey Gardner. What did I say? Usually makes the first defender miss. And he does that right there. Too easy for him. He's a tough cat to tackle, period. Dude's like 5'8", 215 pounds. Nasty. All right, so I'm going to call it right there in the interest of time. I was going to get into his ability to work out of the backfield and out wide as a receiver. That's going to definitely be something on third down that we'll see him doing along with Kenneth Gainwell. He's hell on wheels out there, man, in open space anyway, swing passes or whatever, man. He's at least getting you 10 yards. So I'll do that on another drawing. I'll come back on another drawing as well and tell that story. I think that probably deserves its own content item right there. But listen, if you're a Philadelphia Eagles fan and you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you always hit that thanks button and tip your waiter because your boy always bringing that hibachi, man. Much salute to everybody out here in the Delaware Valley. All right, it's your boy, Jersey Murph, checking in as always. Salute. First, hit Howie's music.
This is how we do.
And strike the band.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.